It's my first week as a product manager, and this week I'm in the office every day. Technically, I had some handover for my PM role like maybe 3 weeks back or so, but the transition was a bit choppy because there were just so many different like full day events on and half day events. But this week is my first full week as a product manager without all these random extra events happening. But yeah, I'm working from the Sydney office this week, but I'm usually based in Melbourne. For context, I was previously a business analyst, and then I applied for a role as a product manager in my company, and then I got the role as a PM. So still sort of getting my head around everything and all the things that I need to do. I need to talk to so many different people and figure out who is who. There's all these additional activities that I need to do. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll take you guys with me for this week. It's my first week as a product manager. Also, I'm sorry about the green. It's very strong, the green color in the background there. This morning, I need to do some story breakdowns because we don't have a BA on the team. So I need to do that. And then afterwards, I need to put together like an initiative outline for the feature that the team is going to be picking up. Later on, I have a user design session with someone who has accessibility needs. So you just need to make sure that the feature that we've built works on their screen reader and it doesn't have any major issues, but if there are, then we'll need to note that down and fix it. But yeah, that's pretty much today's agenda. I ordered a fiery chicken salad earlier, and that was my first time, and the lady was like, it's spicy, and I'm like, oh, it should be fine. Turns out it was really spicy. I've got a matcha to kind of get rid of the spice. It is actually pretty good. Highly recommend it. Next time I'm gonna make one person, at least one person, they have to say something. I just came out of my user testing session for the person with accessibility needs, but it turns out they don't have the permissions to see the tile, so that actually finished up really early. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to get the team to try and grant access to the feature, and then there's a one-on-one with the person and their manager. They'll just do it async and then pass on any feedback if there's any issues with using the feature. So that didn't turn out as expected, but some part of me knew, I think there was a chance that they wouldn't be able to see the tile. So that's all good. Yeah, just waiting on the team to grant access now, and then we will inform the manager and the person that they should be able to access it now.
Going down.
Hi, welcome to day 2 as a product manager. I am gonna head to the pharmacy this morning since I have been cramping really badly in random places. Like I can't roll over to either like my left or right side without getting a feeling of cramping, and then if I like scratch a certain place I will get cramps. So I'm gonna go pick up some hydrolyte to see if that helps. I might be missing some like minerals or like salts or something like that. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I will head into the office later today. I hope I can get some time to go visit a bakery. There's this one nearby called Banksia Bakehouse. I think it's called Banksia Bakehouse, and I want to pick up some pastries there. It's been on my list for a little while, so with this opportunity in Sydney, I thought I would try and go visit.
There's a memory in my head, it's somewhere buried in a mess. You touched me and how could I forget what brought me to you? There was something about the light, the way that it crashed into your eyes. My whole life started on that night, and I never knew. But every stop sign, every sunrise, every goodbye, everything that I felt was somebody else, every long day.
Hi, I'm back home. Well, I'm back at the hotel room. It's only like a 10-minute walk back from the office, so really convenient. Today was just really long. I didn't have many meetings today, to be honest, so that was very lucky since I think most of the product folks were in training. I did training last week, so I got that done and out of the way. But most people were on training, so there weren't heaps of meetings today. But this morning I was writing up some acceptance criteria or ACs for some of the tickets, since yesterday I had a meeting with 2 of the devs to break down the stories, and then I was writing in some ACs, but then they got replaced. So all that time I spent writing up all the tickets, it got overwritten by other things, and so that was a bit sad. But yeah, I spent some time writing up some stories. Then there was like stand-up, pretty standard. It was a lot of solving problems. Yesterday's user testing session, it didn't go as expected, so it was just a lot of chasing up this morning to see if the user could use it asynchronously and give us some feedback. So a bit of troubleshooting there. And then I didn't have a lunch break really, because there was some town hall with my overall group that I'm part of. So yeah, that went for the whole lunch break, and we had supplied lunch, but it was just some cheap pizza, so a little bit disappointing. And then I had a webinar which was just around like demoing how we can use this AI tool that our company recently got, and I think there's like a lot of potential to use it and really use it to your advantage. So pretty excited to see what I can do with that tool. And then I just spent the rest of the day putting together like a change management document, since we're planning to release a feature soon. So I was just kind of searching up how to write it, a change management doc, and like who do I need to inform about all of these changes. So yeah, just spent some time outlining the key changes and how it differs from the old tool. Basically, the team built an existing tool from an old system to a new system, and there were a few changes in it, so it was slightly optimized and streamlined. So I just needed to outline those changes. We want to release it pretty soon, so we just need to inform the users of the tool. This is what's changing, this is how you should use it, and all that jazz. So yeah, that was pretty much my day, but it felt really long for some reason. Anyway, we're not even halfway through, but we're slowly getting there. Hello and welcome to Wednesday, day 3. Today's agenda is pretty packed, I would say. I have a few meetings pretty much beginning from 10 o'clock, and then after lunch even more meetings. So busy day with meetings, but I'm going to attempt to finish off my change management doc. I need to start a new initiative outline for a feature that the team is kicking off pretty soon. So a lot of documentation, and I'm still trying to figure out why a particular feature wasn't added to something that I found while I was doing the change management doc. No one's been able to answer me, so I'll probably follow up on that. And side note, in terms of my muscle cramps, they aren't happening as often. I don't know if it was just from like fatigue and just constantly changing places, changing beds and moving around a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna head to work now, so I will see you guys there.
Also be in the makeup tools to prepare the candidates layouts just to fill it out, so hopefully that helps. And then
I am heading into meeting 2 of the day now, which is a catch up with all of the product managers in my space and that my manager manages. So I'm going to give an update on what we're working on.
We're not worried about.
for a long time on some BAO work, but it's still, I think it's the last little some of this work.
Okay, so confirming that this one here is gonna move to here, and then this one we'll do after. Okay, we'll do the kickoff before mid-workday update. I'm still trying to figure out things, and like I think one part that really I'm still kind of struggling with is just like, what am I the product manager of, or like what products am I really managing? And I had a catch up with my manager earlier, and I think it's kind of like really for you to decide what you want to do and like what products you want to own, if you want to create new products. So I think I'm gonna do a search through some of the channels to understand what customers or sales folks have been asking for, and then kind of search for opportunities that way. But otherwise, I'm in like this weird scenario where people kind of predetermine my roadmap. Basically, we have this program of work where we need to decommission some old systems, and then we need to rebuild some systems so then they work in the new world. So we're rebuilding some pipelines. If we don't hit this deadline, we can't migrate our customers. And so it's weird because my roadmap is being determined for me, but usually I think I determine my own roadmap. So just sort of figuring things out that way, and sort of how do I collect feedback as well from people or customers. So like if they really want something which they think makes sense for our team to build, how can we collect that feedback, and how can we sort of figure out, is this something that's worth pursuing or something to put in the backlog, or not even worth pursuing. So just figuring that out. But just came out as pre-planning just to understand where we are at in terms of our next 12 months. And then I think I'm done with meetings today. Time to focus. Just kidding, I realized I have a catch up with my engineering manager. Got to discuss a few things, and then I'm actually done with meetings for the day, and then I can just fully focus. Hello, welcome to day 4. It's Thursday, and today is full of meetings, and I don't think I'll ease up on any time until like 4 p.m. So I'm gonna be pretty drained, I reckon. I have sprint planning, and I have some like discovery session as well for one of the features that I may or may not need to look after. So that's going to take a bit of time. And then in the morning I have a few one-on-ones as well. Side note, in regards to my cramps, they are all good now, and I don't think I have any issues anymore. So I don't know if it was like muscle fatigue or just, I don't know, general fatigue as well that was causing the issue, or maybe it was just general dehydration. But at least there's no more issues. I curled my hair this morning and I don't know if I like it. Don't know if I love it, but it is what it is. I can't really undo it now, but I'm running late to work, so I'm gonna head out now. I'll see you there. Bye.
It was worth it 'cause everything all that I do, all of it leads me to you.
Hi, I'm back at the hotel. I didn't film much while I was in the office today because I was just in pretty much meetings all day. There was just a lot of things that happened and didn't get much of a chance to film, and I had lunch with a friend, so just wanted to keep my focus away from like filming. But this morning I had a catch up with like my designer and my engineering manager, and some changes happened with the design. I guess it's still something that I need to get better at, but I wasn't really happy with the changes because I felt like we weren't really making the user's experience better. And it wasn't about like striving for perfection, I wouldn't say, because you know how like oftentimes you want to like do the best for the customer, but sometimes there are limitations or trade-offs that you need to make. Like, is it going to add that much value by putting the team's resources and efforts towards that? So it's kind of like, how much can you deliver 80% of the value with 20% effort, or can you deliver like 20% value with like 80% effort? So Pareto principle comes into play. But it was something that was already designed, and I think they had taken into consideration like the customer's pain points and all of that, but then due to technical challenges we decided to change it. But I just feel like there was already so much research that went through it. We had done user testing on it and they understood it. It made sense. I just feel like it doesn't make sense to change the designs, and we've already picked it up as well. So I had a discussion with like my old product manager that I used to work with, and he just said you need to think about it also from like a value perspective and not just like
sometimes having friction in like a process makes sense, like from a business perspective. So let's say, for example, you can make something easier for a user, but does that negatively impact us as a business? And so he just said like I should think about things that way. Then I had sprint planning, and then I had another discussion around an upcoming feature, and then that was pretty much it. But yeah, like I mentioned this morning, a lot of docs to fill out, and that will probably be my day tomorrow. I have 2 catch-ups tomorrow, and otherwise it's a pretty meeting-free day. So yeah, I'm going to be heading out for dinner soon, so I'm very excited. I'm going to Margaret, which is apparently the #2 steak restaurant in the world. Otherwise #1 in Australia. So keen to see how the food is and give that a try.
It's dinner. It's nice.
I'm back in Melbourne now, and it feels good to be back. But yeah, that was my week as a PM, and I'm still a little bit lost, and I'm not very good at influencing yet, and I'm not sure how to like make decisions, but I think that will get better over time. And I think I just need to have trust in that I made the right decision with the information I knew. I'm gonna close out this video. See ya!